Welcome everybody. I am Professor University of Turin, Italy, and basically I'm the coordinator of Fields and Aerostar, the two blueprints project that are presented today. The projects are huge, so basically we have also a co-coordination with Daniele Rossi that provides helps on the strategy and the development of important tasks, and then many partners that work with us. So we have about 30 partners in the fields and 29 partners in the Aerostar. So maybe most of you know about fields. However, it's about there was a call about implementing new strategy in bioeconomy, in agricultural sustainability, and digitalization. So we made one project that embraced all these three items together. Luckily, we did a survey, and as you can see, the survey was on the domain of the project, sustainability, digitalization, and bioeconomy. And we had, something related to business, entrepreneurship, and soft skills. And if you look at these three yellow items together, let's say kind of horizontal skills, are about 50% of the total skills we need to provide, which is a good news because that means we provide those skills are useful for many of the for many of the sector. And then, of course, bioeconomy is about 23%, sustainability 23% as well, and so on. Okay, these are the focus result of the focus groups by skill assessment, and you can see that sustainability, the bar represents what are the topics most interesting. So, for example, sustainability was mitigation and adaptation to climate change. For digitalization, was still everyday use digital computers and communication. So something trivial to some extent, but still at the farm level or agri-food level is something that operator needs. And then we have about soft skill. Most topics was communication, and there are also other topics basically. And then for business entrepreneurship, we have business planning, models, and so on. Important. These are the different categories. Then we have the focus group by stakeholders. You see, for farmers, the business planning surprisingly comes as a first item. And then we have the green bar of the sustainability one. For agro-cooperative communication, and then skills about cooperation were also important. For agri-food company, again, business model was the first, and then for forestry was a bit different because forestry is in there, but is a bit different sector. And skills also change by country. So not all the country have the same needs. So that means although the project is a European level project, we need to still keep in mind that we are a bunch of different countries, that they are different starting points, different problems. So I like to say, for example, maybe in Spain, water quantity, water availability is an issue. It's not an issue in Finland. So of course, those two states, for example, which are in the project, have different goals in training. So the training, although we prepare material curricula at European level, doesn't mean those are the curricula that are going to be taught at country level. So mostly we provide some framework, some content, but then will be training at the member state that will find their way to train what they think is most important. As you can see, for example, European level business model is very important. For Italy, farm management was the most important one. For Ireland, again, business. For Portugal, Spain was water. So different that have to be considered. But okay, we are not really worried about it because at the end, a training in Italy or a training center in Italy will adapt the training that is going to fit the market, going to fit the demand. Who is going to basically follow the training? So they are there to adjust, the curriculum they train based on this issue. So we need some flexibility. It's not one size fits all. We need, slimmer things, fatty things, we need different curricula. The conclusion was, that everyday use of digital communication, digital technology for communication is also important. Business planning is also very important. Skill change. So we cannot really, in the strategy, we cannot say what are the skills. And also in the curricula, we did some exercise about prioritizing skills. We did all the, evaluation and so on, but we come up with the result that prioritizing the skill is not really possible because this is going to be again something that changes country by country. It's not like this is the reason why university we have still a humanistic study and technological studies, math and science, so all are important. Okay, so depending on the stakeholder. So basically, we need also some strategic thinking about developing of the skills. The knowledge of the value chain is essential, and we need also for the bioeconomy some more skill on food science and technology. And also social dialogue should be reinforced in a future proposal, involving more the people from the social syndicate, union, and so on. And then we need some country-specific national educational training system. Now, the problem is that although there are European instruments for certification of training and so on, in the reality, certification of training is carried out at local level, national level. So maybe we propose something that at national level will not be taken. So this is the reason why in the next project that is going to present by Daniele Rossi, we have a specific focus groups on certification at national level, and we are going to involve national agencies for certification to see what they are going to consider for them. Because the national agency are the ones that provide money to the bank providers to offer the training. So if I want a course certified in Italy, I have to go to my region, apply with a course. If they certify, they also provide some money for the people that follow the course. So if I don't want a certificate, that's fine. I can do whatever course I want, but people have to pay. If I want to offer this course for people that have some problem or whatever, they are not employed, I need this certificate. So we cannot avoid. It's a huge market that we cannot forget. Okay, also certification can offer a way for providing evidence the acquisition, so this is also important. And then now let's look at the trends. So this is the trend that we identified in agriculture, food industry, and forestry. Of course, there are very long reports to read if you are interested in. Emission, ecological production, changes in farm structure, short supply chain, precision farming. And then there was, new customer relationship with the supply chain. And, they are different from agriculture, food industry, and forestry. The slides are available, so I will not bother you on this slide, otherwise it takes too much time. So the difference is between countries, you see Netherlands, Ireland, Spain, different idea about evolution of sustainable production or business modeling. So there is, different trends. So we define with the help of Paganini three different scenarios to have a look. Okay, in the scenario where that are going to be applied in the domain of the project, which is going to be digitalization, sustainability, and bioeconomy. Basically, we have a established path, which means the trends will remain the same. So maybe decreasing, in animal livestock, increase on organic production, and so on and so on. So the trends will be the same. Sustainable path scenario where there is more, increase of sustainable technology, sustainable awareness by the consumer that request more sustainable product. And then there is the high-tech scenario, which is not only digital, can be, new varieties, new seeds, everything that is focused on, incrementing the competitiveness, basically, and also globalization. So for each of the three scenarios, we have, different, sustainability will be different in the sustainable path, then in the established path, and so on. The same for bioeconomy. So this is kind of general, trend on this domain. So basically, sustainability will be, for example, focused on plant-based consumption. There are new projects, even at European level, promoting this plant-based, supply chain, and IT Food offers summer school also on these topics. So basically, we participate in this summer school as well. So it is a topic, it's a whole topic that also schools provide, if you eat, more kind of vegan things, you will impact less on the world. So this is something interesting. In the established part, consumer look more on the cost, the taste, and convenience. And then in the high-tech part is more about healthy personalized diet. So maybe there will be instrument that you can pick, in the supermarket what fits your diet. So there will be technology that will be more important. I don't want to bother you just to give you an idea of the methodology we use. And then there is a scenario for digitalization. And as you can see, for sustainable part and for digitalization, for high-tech part, Industry 4.0, precision farming will become, kind of hot topic. While in established part, they will be also there, but a little bit less emphasis on this topic. And we'll be focusing more on large scale farming. So digitalization is also it's kind of expensive. It requires also training. So in agriculture, we have some means of production of seeds, fertilizer. You spread them and they work. They have inside, let's say, the intelligence to produce. And in GMO crops, we cannot use. I mean, there is even something more in there. But when you talk about digitalization, the problem is different. Okay, so even here, there are different country by country. You see organic farming area different. So when you talk about organic, is the point. When you talk about broadband communication, internet, it is again something different. Not every, we talk about something online, but then some places there's not availability of online, of internet. So basically we have, different trends in different countries. The starting position of the country is different. And basically this is going to challenge also the EU Green Deal objective. I have to run a little bit because they show me I have only 1 minute left, something like this. So, okay, basically we developed this European strategy that is going to be declined at the national level. So we have one strategy at European level and each for national level, which was led by Confagricoltura. And basically we need to have this management and entrepreneurial skills, as a key topics. Then we need to move toward online training more and more, focus attention to underprivileged groups, and differentiation of technical training needs per country. Also, basically, we need to provide courses at the right time for farmers, for people working there. And then also we need to basically certify not only courses, but also micro-credentials, also one-day training. Okay, now this is completely lacking at European level. There was an exit in the news last year in 2021 that European will start thinking about micro-credentials. So it's something that we have to look at it. We look at it in the next project, provide learning for free, but then we need subscription to provide certificates and so on. Okay, then we have also some European, basically, regulatory system, which have to be a little bit refined. We have to communicate with them. They are in place, many framework, European quality framework and so on, but there is not an integral system of recognition of those degrees. So it's still something to be developed. Okay, we need a skill monitoring, which will be presented later. It isn't going to be something that is in the factor skills. The skill monitoring is something to tell us where we are we going. Okay, so basically we need also practical training, online training, and also there are some common basic needs of soft skills for all countries. We need this harmonized qualification certification system and also the certification system for micro-credential. And the new platform skills will be, if we start in a good way, could actually help us in this direction. Okay, thank you. Sorry if I was late, a little bit.